Got credit cards? Use these helpful tips by howtogrowcredit.com. While you watch this video, please consider subscribing. If you like this content, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and feel free to comment down below with any questions. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you have a YouTube channel, let us know that you followed us and we will follow you back. Let's grow together. When the video ends, make sure to check out the rest of the content on this channel and our website howtogrowcredit.com. Both with new content added daily. Many people have despised charge cards throughout the last century. It can be hard to manage credit cards without the right knowledge. This video contains lots of tips for anyone interested in learning more about credit cards. It's good credit practice to consistently maintain 2 or 3 open credit cards. This helps improve your credit score, particularly if you can pay off the cards each month in full. However, opening too many is a mistake and it can hurt your credit score. Keep a close watch on your credit card balance. You also need to know how close you are of the limit that your creditor has given you. Going over this limit may equate to greater fees incurred. It is going to take forever to pay off the balance if you continue to go over the limit. Before canceling a credit card and closing your account, ensure you understand how canceling it affects your credit. There are times when closing out cards can lead to bad marks on your credit report, and that is something you would like to avoid. For the oldest cards that make up a big chunk of your credit score, it is worth trying to keep them open. Be smart with bank cards. Limit spending and only buy things you can afford that are affordable for you. If you use your card for more than you can afford, your debt will grow and the total balance will be harder to pay off. Lots of credit cards will offer bonuses simply for signing up. Be certain that you have a solid understanding of the terms, because in many cases, they must be strictly followed for you to receive your bonus. Some companies, for example, specify that you must charge a minimum amount on your card within a specific time. Make sure you will truly be able to qualify for such bonuses. Double check for annual fees when signing up for premium credit cards. The annual fees for platinum and black cards range from $100 to $1,000, according to how exclusive the card is. If you don't need an exclusive card, keep this in mind and avoid the fees. It may not be a wise idea to apply for a credit card when you turn of age. While doing this is common, it is better to fully understand how the credit card industry operates before applying for every card that is available to you. Spend some time living as an adult before applying for your very first bank cards. Credit card companies calculate their minimum payments so that you can pay a small amount and let them earn a large amount of interest from you over time. Always make more than your card's minimum payment. By doing this, you will avoid paying high amounts of interest that can add up in the long run. Never use a password or PIN code for your credit cards that are easy for people to figure out. Using something like your initials, middle name, or birth date can be a costly mistake, as it is not difficult for others to find out that information. Never sign up for a credit card without learning its interest rate. You should never sign up for any credit card without knowing the interest rate. You may end up paying a lot more than you planned on if you are unaware of what you are being charged. This may result in your inability to pay off your credit cards monthly. Do not use credit cards on public computers. Only on your personal computer. Talk to the credit card company if you are having financial problems. If you are going to miss a payment, see if your company will work with you to adjust your payment plan. This will also help prevent negative reporting to credit bureaus. Monitor your balance regularly. Make sure you know the amount of your credit card limit. If you exceed your card's credit limit, you could be charged some hefty fees. If you continue to go over your limit, you will have a difficult time paying down the balance. Do not hesitate to request a lower interest rate. A quick call can get you a better interest rate and facilitate real savings. Outweigh the benefits of having a credit card against the costs of using it before making purchases. If you don't fully read the terms and conditions, you could be shocked by the interest rate, the fees, and the payment schedule of your credit card. Carefully go over everything in your policy, including the fine print, and ensure you understand what it means. Some have the mistaken idea that having no credit cards so it will look like they can do for their credit. You should always have at least one credit card if you want to build credit. Use the card for a few purchases that you can afford to pay it off quickly. If you have no credit history, your credit score will be lower and potential lenders will not have any way to see if you can handle credit. If you are desperate to get approval for good credit cards, make sure that you keep an eye on your credit score. Credit card companies use these scores to figure out what card you are eligible for. The best cards are offered to people with great scores. If this happens, then it can make it hard to rent an apartment, finance a car, get insured, get a job. Never use passwords or PIN codes on credit cards that are easy to figure out. Information like birth dates or middle names makes terrible passwords because they can be easily figured out. Don't lie about your income in an attempt to qualify for credit that you can manage. Some credit issuers never verify income, which may be something you cannot afford. Don't start using credit cards to purchase things you aren't able to afford. If you want a big-ticket item, you should not necessarily put that purchase on your credit card. You will pay a lot of interest and monthly payments that you could not pay for. Make a habit of waiting 48 hours before making any large purchases on your card. If you still want to purchase the item, the store's financing typically provides the lowest interest rates. Many people end up spending and create more debt than they can manage. Such people should steer clear of credit cards. When they decide to open a credit account, they are opening themselves up to a devastating financial future. Never keep a written copy of your password or PIN anywhere. The safest place for this information is in your memory, where nobody else can access it. If you write down these passwords or PINs, you could potentially give someone who you do not want to have access to your accounts an open door to them. Be sure your child can handle a credit card. It can be hard to say no to a child, but holding back now will lead to better spending habits later and could very well avoid financial disaster. Many experts believe that the limits on your credit cards should not be above 75% of your total monthly salary. If you have gone above that amount, then you should plan immediately on how to lower your debt. That is simply because you will end up paying an extremely large amount of interest. Pay your credit card expenses in full every month. Unless you have a % interest rate, you will have interest added to the unpaid balance every month that you have not paid off the complete balance. If you only try to pay the minimum amount monthly, it will take you longer to pay off the amount owed because of finance charges. Too many people erroneously believe that it is a good idea not to have any credit cards at all. If you want to build on your credit score, then one credit card is necessary. Use it frequently, and make sure to pay off its balance every month. If you have no credit at all, lenders are not able to ascertain if you are good at debt management or not. Using many different cards can put too much information out there. Do not purchase prepaid cards. This is nothing more than a debit card and won't affect your credit rating. Prepaid debit cards do little for you besides provide you with an additional checking account, and many prepaid debit companies charge high fees. By putting a deposit down to obtain a secured card, your credit score will begin to improve. Do not falsify information about how much your income is so that you can get a credit card with a high limit. Some creditors won't verify how much income you make and raise your limit regardless, which can put you in serious financial trouble if you charge beyond your means. If you are going to leave the country, make a call to your credit card issuer first. Credit card companies may block charges made outside the country if they seem suspicious or not part of your regular purchase routine. If the company is aware of where you're traveling before you go, there will be no issues when you are using your card. Though you may want to use a credit card for all purchases, in terms of smaller expenditures, you should probably stop yourself from doing so. Many vendors require a minimum purchase to use credit cards, and you could be looking for last-minute things to buy to fulfill that requirement. Do not use a credit card for anything costing less than $10. Make your monthly card payments on charge cards promptly every month. Most credit card companies will charge late fees if you don't do this. If you pay many late payments, the fee could become higher each time. Keep a regular eye on your credit reports so you will be aware of how well you handle your accounts. This also helps you see if authorized users are abusing your credit cards. Check for any wrong information. If you find one, contact your credit card company and the credit bureau. Store this information in a secure place. This will ensure that you can provide accurate and complete information to the issuing company. If you ever get your wallet or purse stolen, they can call the company to report it. Reporting your card lost or stolen immediately will prevent you from having to be responsible for the fraudulent charges fraudulently incurred. You shouldn't be scared of paying off one credit card with a different one, providing that the card you're paying with has lower interest rates and fees. Even in cases where the interest rate is similar, one card may provide benefits or rewards that make usage worthwhile. Just don't do anything rashly. Sit yourself down and carefully add up the numbers before deciding to pay off one credit card with another one. It is not always wise to fall for limited periods of low interest when selecting a credit card. You may think that you are getting a good deal, but if you screw up, it could cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you own a credit card, try not to let temptation get the better of you. It can be extremely tempting knowing that you can use your credit card to buy thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. However, doing this could mess up your finances. Limit impulse buys through a system of 48-hour cooldown periods. It is not wise to apply for a lot of credit cards. Using too many cards at once will make it hard to manage your finances, and keeping all of the paperwork in order will take up a lot of your time. Also, remember that lots of unsecured credit will lead to more debt than you may be prepared to take on. As it said earlier in the video, it is hard for many people to handle having a credit card, and they may become frustrated. Luckily, with the ideas you watched here, you have all of the tricks you need to start balancing your accounts. Follow this video to have better credit card luck. Start by paying your highest interest cards first. Your annual charge for interest can add up to hundreds, and it is not good for your credit to have high balances. This means that you should always focus on those high interest cards first before you attempt to pay off cards with lower interest rates. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check out the rest of the content on this channel and our website howtogrowcredit.com. Both with new content added daily. Also, check out our recommended credit repair system with the link in the description. Remember to like, comment, subscribe and share. Not only does it help us make new content for you, but also tells YouTube to share this content with others. How to grow credit. Steps to grow your credit score.